and welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you are doing good and staying safe. Now today's video has been so highly requested. For the past couple of months I've gotten innumerable comments in my comment section below asking me to make videos about teen pageants. I get it, like a lot of my audience, I think all of you are teenagers and you would obviously want to get some pageant experience when it comes to teen pageants before actually going for the national pageants such as Miss India or Miss Diva. And so I had replied to some of the comments there and saying that I will make a video very soon, just wait for it. And so finally I got to filming this video for you guys, and today I'm going to be telling you a lot of the important information, how to register, how to be eligible, what are the stages, what is the process, and all of that information, which I do realize is not available on the internet all in one place. That's the whole point of my YouTube channel. And so if you want to get more information about this pageant, and if you're interested, or if you're a parent who wants to send their kid to the pageant, or you're just interested in pageants in general, then keep watching. Before we head on into the video, do subscribe to my channel by hitting that subscribe button and also the notification bell right next to it so that you don't miss out on any videos that I post. I usually post twice a week, that is Sundays and Wednesdays. And also don't forget to follow me on my Instagram for more engaging and interactive content. And I also ask for suggestions as to what type of video you guys would want to see on my channel. And once you've done all of that, now let's get into the video. So first things first, one thing that I want to clarify at the beginning of this video is that I'm going to be talking about two teen pageants on my channel, which is Miss Teen Diva and Miss Teen India. Today's video is going to be about Miss Teen Diva alone. Now in the year 2020, because of the pandemic and because of so many restrictions, so much going on in the world, Miss Teen Diva and Miss Teen India were conducted together. But usually these are two separate pageants, and in the past they have not been conducted together. So I am going to put out the information for both pageants individually in separate videos. Now the first thing that I want to talk about is the eligibility criteria for the Miss Teen Diva pageant. This pageant is owned by the Glam Anand Group. They also head the Miss Teen India pageant, and they also own the franchisee for Glam Anand Supermodel India, which is a different pageant which I will talk about in a future video on my channel. But for now, the first thing that you need to know is that the age criteria for Miss Teen Diva is from the age of 14 to 19. So if you're a teenager who belongs in that age bracket, then you are eligible for Miss Teen Diva. And the best thing about being eligible for Miss Teen Diva is that there is absolutely no height criteria. You do have to be an Indian citizen or an OCI card holder, but the age and height criteria rules that are there are 14 to 19 and absolutely no height criteria, which I think is amazing because as a teenager you are still growing. So you could participate in, say, Miss Teen Diva at a younger age, and then your height will grow at the age of 17, 18, 19 as well. And later on you can participate in Miss India or Miss Diva when you cross that height criteria. That is either going to be 5'3" or 5'5". We'll find out in the future years. Now the next question that you would have in your mind is, how do we register for this pageant? So the process to register is very simple and the registration is free. And so the first thing that you have to do is head over to their website. I will leave the website link in the description box below, missteendiva.com I think. And the thing that you have to do is you have to fill out a form. So whenever they are going to be conducting the next year's pageant, before that there will be an online form available on the website in which you will fill out your basic details. I think your size, your name, your contact details and all of those things. Along with that, there will be 2-3 questions. Questions such as, why do you think you should win, or why do you want to participate in a beauty pageant, and what is your goal eventually? And so based on those answers, you will actually get shortlisted. So if any of you have participated or registered in TGPC's Miss India, then you would know that they have a very similar registration process. So you basically fill out a Google Doc for TGPC, and over there again you have same type of questions in which they want to understand the thought process of the contestant who is registering, and you also have to submit a few pictures. And once that basic form is filled out, you just hit submit. Until now the process is free. You have absolutely no expenses. Now once you've registered and this part is done, now all you have to do is wait to get shortlisted. And so that is the next stage of the competition. So say 1,000 girls have registered, but they are going to select a few hundred out of them, for instance, and they will be shortlisted to the final round of the pageant. Now here's what happens. If you get shortlisted based on the form that you have submitted, now there is a participation fee in this pageant. And I have spoken about modeling scams in one of my previous videos where I had said that, there should not be charging any money. And some of you had commented in the comment section as to why does certain pageants have a participation fee. Guys, that is different. I don't know how to explain this to you, but what I meant was local talent hunt shows should not be charging you money, but some pageants do charge money, and it is up to you to do your own research. And for example, I'm telling you, pageants such as TGPC, Miss Teen Diva, these are actual genuine pageants. They're not trying to scam you. But once you get shortlisted into the finals, then the participation fee for Miss Teen Diva is 70,000 rupees. That is something you will have to pay. Once that is done, now comes the submission round, because in 2020 the pageant was held online. So let's talk about how the pageant was conducted last year and maybe even next year. We don't really know what is happening in the world and how the pageant scenery will be next year. So what happened this year is you have to submit a ramp walk video of yourself and also an introduction video. Now, I'm sure by now a lot of you are mostly familiar with the online format of pageants. And so these are videos that you have to submit once you are shortlisted as one of the final contestants. Apart from video submissions, there is also an online training period during the pageant. So what happened in the year 2020, all the shortlisted contestants went through a period of 2 months of online grooming and training under the Miss Teen Diva organization, which helps them, prepare better, polish themselves, and the general grooming and training period that happens in any pageant. So originally the Miss Teen Diva 7-day finale, that is, there is a 7-day offline segment of the pageant where they call the girls in person and then they conduct the finale, just like Miss India is doing right now with the top 15. The same thing happens with the top 30 contestants once the training and grooming period is done. So originally in 2020, the pageant was going to be conducted, say, from the 30th of May to the 5th of June. That was the 6-7 day period that they had initially decided on. But due to the COVID virus and the pandemic, it was postponed, and the Miss Teen Diva 7-day pageant finally took place in January recently. That is from the 19th of January to the 25th of January. The 23 contestants, so 30 were shortlisted, but out of them only 23 were able to make it because of the pandemic and there were travel constraints and everything. So there were 23 finalists who actually went to Jaipur and Gurgaon, where the 7-day offline live segment of the pageant happened. Now, during the 2-month online training program, these contestants would have gone through a very rigorous training session. You have to submit a lot of videos. There might have been sponsored tasks. These things are some things that pageants decide as and when they get sponsors on board or what type of sessions they want to conduct. So this is something that changes every year in pageants. So that is not something as a contestant you should be worried about. Your main goal should be to work on your ramp walk, to work on your introduction, to work on your pictures and posing and everything. Basically, whatever you are submitting should be the best quality and your best performance, and what other tasks you will get ahead in the pageants. So many of you keep asking as to what happens on every single day of the pageant. The thing is, it changes every year. So for teen pageants it varies, for Miss India it varies, for Miss Diva it varies, and with the pandemic going on in the world, we actually don't know what is happening. So these things might keep changing, but you should perform and prepare based on the things that are in your control. Now let's talk about the 7-day pageant, which happened from 19th of January to 25th of January. During this period, the first thing that happens on day 1, I think there was a launch party. So all the contestants had attended that. That's like an icebreaker event. The other thing that happens is your final sash ceremony. So every contestant got a Miss Teen Diva finalist sash, and there's a press coverage and there's a photo shoot also. So you do have your official photo shoot. You also, if you check out their social media pages, you would see that all the 23 finalists had their introduction videos reshot in one of the locations in Jaipur, I think. And so that is just like the official introduction video, just like it happens in Femina Miss India. Miss Teen Diva did the same thing. Now something to remember here is that the wardrobe. When it comes to Miss Teen Diva, the outfits that the contestants are wearing in the official events are owned by the contestants themselves. So if you think about it, yes, Miss Teen Diva does have a higher participation fee. In fact, 70,000, I know it's a lot of money, but that is what it is. And also the wardrobe expenses are entirely your own. So even the evening gowns that you're wearing, even the gown that the contestants are wearing during the finale on stage are owned by the contestants themselves. So if you are a teenager, you have to understand that this pageant is going to be slightly more expensive maybe than actual Femina Miss India, because there we don't have any participation fee, and we actually, like, most of the official outfits are sponsored by designers. So we are not really buying those. That doesn't mean that you have to spend lakhs on your outfits. You can rent garments, you can borrow garments. But if you want to have that national pageant, like teen pageant experience, that what I've come to realize and understand is that with the pageant system that is currently in place, you will have to shell out some more money than the national pageant, because these things are expensive. Now coming back to the 7-day offline segment of the pageant, once the official photo shoot is done, the introduction, the sash ceremony, all of those things are done, the actual finale was held in Gurgaon. So there is 1 day of travel from Jaipur to Gurgaon, what the 23 finalists did. And once they reached there, during the finale, now in this finale, we had a talent round, we had a national costume round, we had an evening gown round, and we also had a swimwear round. So these were the 4 rounds that was conducted on stage during the finale of Miss Teen Diva 2020. After these rounds are conducted, based on the performance of the finalists, from the 23 contestants, top 15 were selected, and after that there was a shortlisting of top 8 contestants. Now these top 8 contestants were the ones who got into the final Q&A round, where one common question is given to the 8 contestants, and the final question that was asked this year during Miss Teen Diva 2020 was that who is the contemporary woman who you would like to emulate? And I think that's a very smart question with everything going on in the world, women taking up new leadership positions. I really loved the winner's answer, and based on their answers, we had 4 winners this year solely because Miss Teen Diva and Miss Teen India, as I mentioned, were merged. Usually what happens, the winners of Miss Teen Diva, we have 2 winners, they go on to represent India in Miss Teen Universe and Miss Teen Earth. And the winners of Miss Teen India represent them in different international platforms, which I will talk about in my future video. This year, however, out of those top 8 contestants who had made it till the last round, we had 4 title holders, that is Miss Teen Universe India, Miss Teen Earth India, Miss Teen Multinational India, Miss Teen International India, and there was a first runner-up and a second runner-up as well. And so this is all the basic and important information that you need to know about the pageant Miss Teen Diva if you are a teenager planning on participating. Now, after all of this information, if you are wondering why should I participate in a teen pageant, what's the perk, what's the benefit, why don't I just wait to turn 18, you can do that as well. But what we've seen is that a lot of young girls who really have serious pageantry goals and ambitions and dreams have always participated in teen pageants. And one thing that you have to remember here, some of you might ask me this, is that if I'm not living in India, if I'm living in Dubai or studying abroad, can I still participate? This year, the pageant was mostly conducted online, so we did have some contestants who actually flew into India just for that 7-day period to participate in the pageant. You can still do that. The same thing holds true for TGPC as well, just because we're talking about that. Now, why you should participate in a teen pageant? Because it's going to give you pageant experience beforehand, before you go on to the national pageant. If this is your ambition, this is something that you really want to do, and you want to represent India, and you want to have a killer performance, I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's never a bad thing to be too prepared, right? And so you can participate it if you have the financial backing up to do, because yes, there will be expenses. You will have to buy your own evening gowns, you will have to buy your own wardrobe for the pageant. There is a 70,000 participation fee as well, which is a lot of money for a lot of people, so I completely get that. But then the perks that come with it are somewhat worth it, because there is so much press coverage at a very young age. You get so much exposure, so much training and grooming, and I would not deny that that is, it's super helpful. And in the past, we've seen winners such as Koyal Rana. She won Miss Teen International, I think, in 6 years before she won Miss World, if I'm not wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I do sometimes get the years wrong. And also Amy Jackson. She also won the title of Miss Teen World at the age of 16. And so what I'm trying to say is that teen pageants have given us these beauties and these women who have made it big, in the glamour industry, in modeling and acting, because at a very young age you're exposed to that field. And if it's something that your family backs you with, supports you, you have the finances to do it, you are very serious about this ambition and goal, then I would highly recommend participating in a teen pageant. And that is all for today's video, guys. I hope you guys found this video super helpful, and I answered some of the major questions that you guys have had for the longest time about teen pageants. I really hope I was able to answer most of your queries. If I have missed anything out, and if I know the answer to that, please do leave your questions in the comment section below. I will try to answer them as much as I can. Also, let me know what other pageants you might want me to cover on my YouTube channel, because I want my channel to be the one-stop shop for any pageant queries. So that would be super helpful if I get inputs from you guys as well about that. As always, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye-bye.